Hello, welcome back to the channel. Disney, you just can't catch a break. Good God. You know, you get some good favour from The Mandalorian. People start to, yeah, you're doing all right. And then this, more corporate greed. Now, this is an update, I guess, plus expansion of the news. Alan Dean Foster was the first novelist to come out, or author, who came out and said that Disney stopped paying him. Now, Alan Dean Foster is the man behind the novelisation of Alien, novelisations of Star Wars, numerous things. Well-respected author. If you've read any books about the series that you enjoy, they're probably by him. 9 times out of 10. He's a very good author, and a lot of people use him. But anyway, it would seem that Disney were using him for a free paycheck, because once the acquisition of 20th Century Fox was done, they stopped paying him. And their point was that, we can acquire a business, but not essentially its kind of liabilities, I guess, or its obligations was the point. And it led to a hashtag trending, Disney must pay. But now we've got an update saying that there's potentially more authors that are not getting their royalties. You got to pay money. You've got to do it, Disney. It's a real bad look. It's a real bad look. And again, like I say, you can get as much kind of positive publicity as you can, but then you do something like this, and then it brings it all crashing down to reality. So this article is linked down below. Check it out. They summarise Disney must pay situation, but numerous other authors have now stepped forward. So last month, the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers of America launched a social media campaign in order to bring awareness to the situation surrounding Alan Dean Foster, who claimed that since Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm in 2009, he had not received any royalties for any of the works he had produced for the company. So that was from 2009. But then further was for the 20th Century Fox ones as well. In a statement provided to the SFWA, written as if he was speaking to Disney, Foster noted that all these books are all still very much in print. They still earn money for you. When one company buys another, they acquire its liabilities as well as its assets. You're certainly reaping the benefits of the assets. I'd very much like my minuscule, though it's not small to me, share. Perfectly reasonable. I really there's very little you can actually dispute with that, to be fair. He's just asking for what he's contractually obligated, to have. But yeah, Disney's argument is that they have purchased the rights but not the obligations of the contract, explained SFWA President Mary Robinette Kowal. In other words, they believe they have the right to publish work but are not obligated to pay the writer no matter what the contract says. You can't. You can't get any more offensive than that. We can whatever. We can publish it. Doesn't matter. You don't have to pay you for it though. I mean, that's just atrocious. It's so bad. She would then further add that such a precedent would mean that all a publisher would have to do to break a contract would be to sell to a sibling company. Perfectly reasonable. Deduction there. However, it appears that not only has Disney failed to properly rectify the situation, but that Foster was not the only author whose Lucasfilm-related royalties were withheld by the entertainment conglomerate. According to a December 16th report from Polygon, 4 additional authors have come forward to Polygon to confirm that they haven't been paid royalties for work now owned by Disney, for works that appear to have been transferred to other publishers. These authors include Rob McGregor, who wrote the tie-in novel for Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, as well as several additional tie-in novels. Donald Glut, author of the Empire Strikes Back novelization, James Caan, author Return of the Jedi, and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom novelizations, and Michael A. Stackpole, author of the X-Wing comics, Star Wars Union, and Star Wars Mara Jade, by the Emperor's Hand. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of work. What are you doing? And it's funny because Foster, then went to Polygon and said, for all I know, there are hundreds of writers in exactly the same situation. Yep. We'll figure it's Disney or this company or that company, and I can't do anything about it because I'm just me, and they don't realise that they're in a big boat with a lot of other people with the same situation until somebody steps forward and says, look, this has to stop, it's wrong. Which it goes some way to saying, hey, look, well done Alan Dean Foster for coming forward. He's a very respected author. Very, very respected. And it does seem so strange that Disney would do that. But it also doesn't. And that's what's so shocking. But also not shocking. In Stackpole's case, the author began to notice issues with his comics shortly after Disney transferred the Star Wars comic license from Dark Horse Comics, the Marvel Comics, which Disney already owned. After speaking with another writer, who'd written for both Dark Horse and Marvel, Stackpole learned that the writer was getting royalties from reprints, but only because they were already in Marvel's system prior to its acquisition by Disney in 2009. Polygon wrote, it was his understanding that if you hadn't worked for Marvel, if you weren't already in their royalty system, you just weren't. And yet they were still getting money from your work. It's just a joke. It's awful. In a statement provided to the Wall Street Journal, a Disney spokesperson stated, we are carefully reviewing whether any royalty payments may have been missed as a result of the acquisition integration, and will take appropriate remedial steps if that is the case. You're going to have to pay quite a lot of money out then, aren't you? Sharing his own opinion with the outlet, Foster would then say, Disney has acquired a house with a mortgage on it. They want to keep living in the house. They don't want to pay the mortgage. Sounds about right. Yeah, as with the case when the story initially broke, fans have vocalised support for Foster and his fellow authors on social media using disneymustpay hashtag. Please do use it when discussing all of this. Because look, this is a whole other levels of douchery that I don't think even the most Disney hater would have suspected they would go to. It's awful. It's really, really bad. And it really does go to show them as just corporate greedy scum. There's not really any other way you can spin it. You'd think that when they initially heard about it, they would just go, oh yeah, crap, we'll correct this. But it took a massive social media campaign, people to speak out and risk their careers to get this resolved. Disney, you suck, man. All that goodwill you earn from The Mandalorian just down the pan. Sort it out. It's so bad. Pay them. You scum. Pay them. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. For returning subscribers, guys, I am doing my Christmas Eve live stream, so stay tuned for that. It's the anniversary of the channel, plus also just a good time to get together, chat some crap, and have a few drinks. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on all of this down below. I've been Mr. H. Take care.